This week, I'm still trying to find out what's going on with Freestar Vision. A lorry's going into London. There's tough negotiations trying to get hold of concrete cube crushing equipment. And Michael O'Donovan reckons he's gone international and he's buying a helicopter. I'm Daniel and this Ashville Weekly, episode 144. It's Monday morning, not in the yard. I'm at the £15 million house. On Saturday, we did the work to prepare this area for the tiling, and now we're going to finish around my beautiful bespoke concrete item, which I can't show you because there's a main video for it. We're going to use this border tile and it's going to fit along the edge here, and we're going to use the same border tile and fit it in front of the pool, and then this area is going to be finished in the same tile which you can see here. We're having a tidy up because we're going to start the tiling on the ground level. Now over there is the waste pipe to manage the rainwater. So all the tiles in this area need to slope in that direction. We're going to do the tiles on the floor. What you can see here is the fire pit. So we had to really work out how we're going to do these steps because they slightly overlap with a bullnose finish. But if you do the tiling here first and then make your way up the steps, we should be able to get it perfect. The 5G pitch is 50% done. You see this kind of like carpet underlay looking thing. This is the shock pad. That's when you're running down on this field, and just before I bang it in the top corner, that's what takes the weight out of it and stops the impact. But it's only in this area. It isn't in the area on the far side, which is going around the gym. Fuel delivery, had to stack the skips up a bit because they were taking too much room coming all the way out here. I don't remember a time when we had this many skips left in here. Need to get those skips out. As you saw last week, we have a challenge with the Freestar Vision regulations which are coming in for 2024. Now I thought that our trucks were going to be ready and all was sorted. You know when you have a side scan on the lorry, like it just alerts you of objects and it doesn't know the difference between a pedestrian and a car. It just bleep, 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 like emergency braking like we have on some of the Scanias. But I'm told that TfL want to bring in, for 2024, a new system with AI which recognizes the difference. I don't mind fitting the kit, irrespective of the cost. Safety is the most important thing, but I'd just like to know what it is so I can actually try and get on with doing it. This man's always giving me bad news, man.
No bad news today.
No, boy, it's bad. Of course it's bad news. Look at this.
Bad news. We're not ordering nothing, so we're doing.
We're not ordering nothing. Look at that, man. That won't do. Look at this. This is a good tyre, and look at that. There's no way that can go back out on the road. Look at the tread on it.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Now look. Wow. Got all these punctures to repair. Yeah. Put them back into stock, into this pile. So we're not ordering any tyres today.
Not for a minute. Maybe next week.
Back at my desk, and in order to get a handle on this Freestar Vision, I've created a document. Everything's in a list of drop down. Could be Volvo, Scania, DAF, the axle configurations, chassis height. Here are the different types of lorry. Camera system. Is it a recording camera system? Does it just have a reverse camera? Does it have the 4 cameras around? Does it have a driver camera? Does it have a side scan? Does it have reverse in white noise? London glass door. Curbside mirror. Does it have the front mirror? Does it have the emergency braking? And does it have a breathalyzer? Well, the only lorry we've got with the breathalyzer is the roll-on roll-off hook loader. So with this information, we can know exactly what we've got on each lorry. But the more I dig into this, the more I realize that actually nobody knows what's going on yet. One thing I can tell you is I'm not going to leave this to the last minute or the rush when everyone's trying to do it 2 days before and then have lorries which aren't capable of going into Central, because we do have some work down there.
Daniel, my brother, if you keep buying bins like that, you'll be looking a lot older than me. How you doing anyway? What's happening?
I'm just out here trying to do a day's work, you?
I'm in one of my little vintage Scania lorries, moving it out of the way before they take the cab off.
All your lorries are vintage lorries, they're so old.
No, this is a vintage.
And where are you going?
I'm taking it out to get my mate the painters, ain't I?
Ain't you got no work to do?
I've always worked, and I'm 24/7. Never travel a zero swing machine with the arm right up in the air. If you're going up a hill and it's too much of an incline, she'll roll back and turn upside down. So always keep the bucket low to the ground. Thank you.
Were you telling the driver that?
Yeah, he's driving around. I keep driving around here with these zero tail swings with the arms up in the air. Just travelling up a heap of crushed concrete or something, and it all goes pear-shaped. We're all in trouble, aren't we? I like your mate with his helicopter. I might get one of them.
All right, so you're going to get a helicopter now. What colour would your helicopter be?
Would be red and white, pork colours, wouldn't it?
Ain't that Arsenal colours?
No. That American truck with all his granddad and all that, and I love that. That was proper.
See, I showed yours as well.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I see that. Got some set up, ain't they?
They are, mate, what a yard.
Where are they based?
I don't know myself.
Oh, you've only ever been up in the heli-go, Peter?
Yeah, I've only been up in the helicopter, so I don't even know where it is. All I know is I landed in a helicopter.
Ah. Put a bad turnout here today. Everybody in your outfit or what?
I don't ask.
Right.
I don't want to know.
Go on, mate. Take care and we'll speak to you soon.
Speak in a bit.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
It's Tuesday morning. I'm heading to go to my dentist to get the root canal that you saw me doing a long time ago, to get that finished. In the yard, for the first time in a couple of weeks, the train has arrived. At the refurbishment project, we're a little bit stop-start. We can't close up any of the walls or ceilings yet because we need to start the first fix of electric. But in order to do that, we need to finalize the lighting plans. Now, I'm trying to go back and forth with the client, but there's a lot on the table. Like, they're approving the kitchen, they're approving the utility. I'm trying not to bombard them with information. You can't expect someone to make a decision there and then. Sometimes they need to sleep on it, they need to sit with it, they need to do some research. But hopefully towards the end of next week, we're going to start the first fix of electrical. It shouldn't take long because we're going to put a reasonable sized team on it, and then we can start to close up all of the walls, and then you can see some real progress at the refurbishment job.
Daniel, my older brother, you look more weary than me.
Older? I was just driving through West London and there was a Cayley plant sweeper, albeit it was parked up by the side of the road not doing any work, which is about right. Maybe you don't have sat nav in the lorries, or the tom-tom weren't working, or maybe you took a wrong turn. Maybe you want to radio the driver or send him a message on his tablet, let him know that he's in the wrong place.
We work all our sweepers, tippers, skips off tablets, funny enough. They're all got Google Maps. They've got all the various technology on them tablets as it happens. As you know, us originated in the West London area, brought up and born and bred in Kilburn. West London is our manor. Cayley Plant is a West London-based company. We are nationwide. But if you wanted to skip in Glasgow, I can sort you a skip out in Glasgow. New Zealand.
You do know that New Zealand isn't in the country. It's not national. You know. I mean,
if you had a cousin or an uncle or someone that wishes to do have a skip or a machine in New Zealand, I can source it for you.
All I'm saying is there was a sweeper in West London. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know about this skip in New Zealand and all these machines. There's a skip. There's
nationwide. Carry on.
All right.
You didn't think you were going to win this, did you?
I'm just trying to ask questions. Like, when you start fabricating things, I mean, it's not really, I'm never going to win versus your imagination.
Nothing is fabricated on this firm.
I've seen the state of your bins. I know nothing's fabricated at your firm. I know that, mate.
If you don't mind, we have a very good welder on our firm.
Okay, Michael, thank you for destroying my morning and having your road sweeper in West London first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
on
but we are allowed in West London. I'll tell you, nationwide.
So look at your little rubbish van on the other side of the road.
It broke down.
It looked like it had broke down, but it looked like there was an Ashville lorry trying to give them a jump start. That's what it looked like to me.
Have you got two good batteries on your lorries? Go on, speak to you soon.
See you
Take
later.
care. Have
Bye.
a good day.
Yes, you too, mate.
Hello.
Good morning, Daniel from Ashville. We can have like a 2 15mm soundboard underneath the joist, and then if you could recommend a fitting that we could use to then hang the track system for the actual first floor ceiling where the lights and speakers and everything will go. I'm saying that's an option, but in the loft, all it is a load of 6x2, 4x2 timbers everywhere. Nothing's built.
Thank you. Get to listen, Daniel. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Thank you, mate. That was the acoustics for the loft at the refurbishment project. We brought on a consultant to advise, and they started talking about different levels of sound reduction. Now, to be honest, I didn't know what those different levels were, but they sound like they're going to dampen the sound as much as possible. So we brought the experts on board to make sure that we can deliver to the client. You'll notice that I don't have a numb mouth and I can talk. The root canal actually never happened. Because I have a bit of pain here when I press above my teeth, the dentist said it's not fully healed and they don't want to complete the root canal because if they close it off, then they won't be able to get here. So what they did was they went back into the tooth, cleaned it out, and they put some more medicine, as he called it, in here to try and hope that it settles. And I've made an appointment in about 8 weeks to go back. But I'm not complaining, because last time I had my pressure was like this for the whole day. Getting back to the yard. Wednesday morning, I'm on the road again. I was called back in to do some additional voiceover for the promo bits. It's going to be out soon. As soon as I'm allowed to tell you about it, I will. I wasn't in there very long, but while I was there, I took a few snaps of the area where I had to do the sound recording. And as I've been talking so much about the refurbishment project and the work that we need to do to dampen it, I could really learn a thing or two from this space. They had fabric on all the walls to dampen it. I couldn't see the insulation and the build-up of the walls behind, obviously, but what I could see was between the area where the engineer was and where I was recording, there was thick glass and there was a massive gap in between and a build-up of wall. Click here to watch a video where we collected some 6x6 media offices which used to be used in the 2012 Olympics. One of them is definitely going to be a new video office. Now, when I built my office, click here to watch that video, I insulated all the walls. I think I put 50 mil on the walls and 100 on the ceiling. When I build offices moving forward, because of the noise in the yard and because of the cost of electric and running the heating or running the air conditioning, I'm gonna probably build out these walls all to about 100, 150, and I'm going to use soundboard on all the walls and all the ceilings. I'm going to need to replace all the glass on those containers because they're not in great shape, but when I do, it's going to be all acoustic glass. Now, all those build-ups are going to do two things. One, they're going to keep the noise out so people can work in a slightly more quiet environment. I won't be able to cut the sound out completely because it is a construction yard, but it will also mean that it's got better efficiency. So in the summer, the area will be cooler, and in the winter, it will be warmer. Now I'm heading back to the yard. I'm not sure if I'll get there in time, but we have an inspection from the council today. They haven't sprung it on us. They let us know that they were popping down. It's pretty straightforward for us because we've been through so many of these and all the paperwork is in order. Terry just sent it over previously, but then there's the walk around inspection. And even if the yard is perfect, I know that there will still be a recommendation to improve because there always is. Well, we don't mind, but you know, it would just be good to get past this hurdle and then carry on with the rest of our day and plans. Say it, don't spray it, Daniel. Council inspection went really well. I just popped into the railway yard as everybody's getting back. The time is now 4:16. Trying to work out what colours we've used on artwork before. So get this, because that's the original Ashville colours. And here, this is the new design. And if we were to get new lorries, this is exactly what would be on them. So, I'm trying to look carefully. I think that's definitely white. Is this white? Is that white? You know, I should have all of this on file, you know. Oh, there's another one. Ah, okay. That's why I was thinking of grey. In other news, you'll see over a year ago I had an operation on my shoulder, somehow relapsing, and I've managed to get a referral from my GP. And no matter what, I'm not going under the knife again. I'm not having another operation, but I'm going to have to go and see the specialist who operated and try and work out what's going on with me. It's no good, all these injuries. It's Thursday. I'm in the yard. Feel like Balotelli trying to put on his high vis. You saw a little while ago, the tyre fitter was telling us about some problems we were having with tyres going bald. So our man Rudy from Laser Steer has come in to do the tracking on nearly all of our lorries, one by one. In other news, for no particular reason at all, I was looking at all the Ashville number plates that we have purchased already, which I've got sitting around what we're going to use. And I've selected 5 for what's coming, just a random number, selected 5, no reason in particular. We're going to use the number plates here, which are AS11 GFS Ashville 6F5, AS14 Mum. You know, it's mum in it, like, I think it explains itself. AS17 GFS, that's 6F5 again. November Oscar 17 HAZ, non-HAZ, like that one. And AS14 AGS. Yeah, just Ashville aggregates in it, just, yeah. So, we found the paperwork for all of those and we're going to get them ready. Unfortunately, we had a train cancelled this morning, so we didn't get our second train of Type 1, and we have a small anniversary here at the moment. Film that man up there. That miserable looking man up there has been here for 4 years. 4 years I've been putting up with Terry. So next week it will be 4 years that I've been putting up with Terry's nonsense and rubbish. He's doing some work, man. It's mad. Can you imagine? Here it is, no London door. I got a price off a company to do both the volumetrics and the Volvo tippers. Now I'm being told that it's not confirmed what's happening with Transport for London, and there's an election coming up. And even in October of 2024, there's 9 months grace. So I don't even know what to do. So at the moment, we're just holding steady. I'm gonna get someone to come in, look around all the cameras in all the lorries, have a look at the side scans, make sure everything's 100%. But the glass door, I think I'll leave it for now. Simon got one of the lads to load the lorry, and he reckons he's got photographic evidence that the lorry was 31 what, Simon? 31,960. And I've got in it, and he reckons that because I got in the lorry's now overweight, over 32 ton. There's no way. Right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a test, Simon, yeah? No.
Take the lorry off and then you stand on the...
No. Right, I'm gonna get off the weighbridge. What are you trying to say?
So he's jumped down 100 kilos. 120 kilos.
Yeah, see?
So you're still here.
No, see? See, it wasn't me.
I swear to God, I took photographs.
Yeah, we took photograph, yeah, see? It's Thursday evening. I am heading to Watford. Guy I know called Manny. You see me work with him a lot in the past. We're working at Andrews, we worked at Yanni's together. He's opened a burger shop and I'm heading down to support. That's what we do when you've got friends around you who are starting a business, that you've got to get involved and you've got to offer the support that you can. So I'm meeting the sticker man. Manny has put out flyers saying that the sticker man and I will be there if anyone wants to meet us. You know, I don't mind. I want to support my friends. It'd be good to meet some people, and it's something completely different to what I'm used to doing on a daily basis. And apparently the paper picked it up. So who knows what to expect or how busy it's going to be. I did have some good news just before I left the yard. Once we had our inspection, we had to send some paperwork afterwards, and it did take a little bit, but I am proud to say, let's have a look here. Here is our BSI. Our concrete, we have passed all our appraisals. We were waiting for the certificate, and now it is official. One more part of the jigsaw is fitted in place I'm happy with that. Thank you to the team because they worked really hard. Thank you to our consultant as well. The concrete testing equipment, which I told you about a few weeks ago, which I put a bid on, they just came back to me a few minutes ago and they raised the price significantly, which for us doesn't make sense because by the time we do the work and do all the calibrations, it costs more than buying it new. So unfortunate, so back to the drawing board on that, so we won't be crushing our own cubes anytime soon. Sticker man in the house.
Yo, we are out and about. We're doing opening. We're doing burger openings.
Sticker man's done a day's work himself, but Sticker man did a bit of a different day's work. He's been filming all day on set.
Tiny Temper's new show. Got a new show coming out. Like with your show, can't say nothing.
Yeah, can't say nothing. There's a lot of traffic. I think it's to do with the launch and this gentleman because he's so famous and because he's turned up with his Lambo. We're gonna enjoy. We're definitely gonna have something to eat.
Hummus. That's like food for like kids that you say when you're Greek.
Oh, when you're Greek,
my
yeah.
daughter, you can do some hummus.
Some hummus.
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 No, not hummus.
Oh.
And it's hummus, not hummus.
Not a hummus. Hummus. Yeah, hummus. It is rammed. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this troublemaker, man. Man is responsible for shutting down what? Boy, look at this. Quite a turnout, yeah? Good, you right? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Is that you, yeah?
This is me, bro.
My guy. What's happening, people? We good? Boy, we've just come out the back. That was a madness. I love to see people rocking the Ashville gear.
We got a serious burger for Daniel.
I'm gonna have to get the serious burger. I'm gonna have the biggest burger you've got. I like plain chips, but just plenty of salt on them, get that blood pressure right up. Can I have an Oreo shake? But can we go like super Oreo? Can we like just I want to choke on a piece of Oreo when I'm drinking it. But what if you were making me an Oreo one, but you dash a piece of Kinder Bueno in there as well? I reckon that I can't eat this.
Thank you, Rob.
All right, there we go. It's decent, but they can't tell me that I can't finish that burger. Devoured the burger. I think we still need to go outside and do some PR and see everyone who turned up. Great for you.
I might do French toast. I'll go for a burger.
Come back out.
Bro, we've got too much going on, bro. Just no. It's long, bro. It's long.
Can I try and get Terry to run it?
Film this, you.
Terry loves it.
Terry will be running Ashville or running from the country. Yeah, he ain't going to run no burger place for no one. All out of jokes are just to wind me up, and I shouldn't buy it, but I do.
That's it. So Thursday, we're not in the yard. Friday, he'll be in the yard. We'll be in the car.
I'll be in the car, then in the yard.
So, but you won't stay in the yard. You'll start off with Friday in the car.
I will. No, I've got to be in the yard at 7.
So we Friday in the car?
No, Jesus.
Does that mean you've got to be in for 7? If he's out at 7.
We're sorry, we're not going to be outside.
He's winding me up. He's always in on time. Sometimes he gets there early. When Terry is standing by the gate, scratching his chin at 6:05, make sure that you have checked your lorry. Because Terry knows there's something, and if you haven't checked it, you ain't going on the road and you're going home.
Do your drivers watch Ashville Weekly? I watch.
He watches it at lunchtime.
I never watch it on a Sunday. Usually on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I'm sitting there while I'm eating something, I always send him pictures, and I just watch it, I just start cracking up, and I just send him clips of the video. Yeah, I watch it, Pops. Yeah, I watch your stuff. Watch your stuff.
And that's it for Thursday.
That's it. We're out. Much love. God bless. Thank you to Manny. Thank you to BRIM Burger. Thank you to my brother Daniel. And see you. You'll see them tomorrow, and I'll see them on the next one.
Friday morning, I'm in the yard, went gym early, just got in, and already I'm looking next door, and we're once again helping the neighbour out again. And at the same time, the train has arrived. 19 wagons, 5 of those are 4 to 20 graded gravel, and the rest are a 0 to 4 sharp sand. Friday afternoon, I'm not in the yard. I've snuck off. I'm in Heathrow Airport waiting to jump on a flight. I have to head out for a couple of days, maybe 2, maybe 3. I'll be back as soon as I can. The Ram on the 586 loading shovel has been repaired. We are collecting it and bringing it back to the yard. Early next week, we'll begin to put that ram back on. Bazza should be back with us soon towards the end of next week with our newly refurbished bucket and some bushings and pins. And unfortunately, the Komatsu loading shovel that we had on demo, that was returned. They collected it this morning just before the train came in. I will spend some time with Flo asking him what he thought about the machine in comparison to the Liebherr, and then we'll start thinking about our next moves with the loading shovel and mining equipment that we need to purchase next. I call it mining because we go for that, for the big kit, which is slightly overspec for what we do in the yard. But if it's slightly overspec, then when we treat it rough, then it isn't too much for it and it's not overwhelming.
You've got to remain calm at all times. If it's a serious situation, make sure you follow all the safety information on the back of the seats and the card itself. Most importantly, make sure Tesla's doing some work.
We got Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Well, then I can check on what Tesla's doing.
Yeah, please do, yeah. On the cams, yeah, make sure.
Tesla, the man is on. Saturday, and I'm most definitely not in the yard. I'm in the valleys of Español. I haven't actually gone anywhere yet. I got back here very late last night. Thankfully, there's fibre here. We had a job come through for some demolition very close to the yard. And initially when the job came through, we thought to ourselves, yep, demo job. We got all the machines we need to do it. We can send round some of the lads. We'll take out all the window frames and doors, take out the main bits and pieces, strip out the carpet, send the machine round there, take the roof off, pull the walls down, nice and simple, separate piles, segregate all the way so it can be recycled easily when it's taken out of there, load the lorries, get it out of there nice and quick, couple of 40-yard bins. We are suited to do demo. But when you have a look at the plans here, you'll see the location of the house is so close to other houses, and the front of the property, we've only got about 1.4 meters, and we can't get to the back of it, so we can't actually get any big machines there, so we can't just pull it down or just go gun-ho on it. So it's going to be a case of putting up scaffolding, a slow, controlled demolition, which we can do, but we don't want to do, and we're not suited to it. What's unfortunate about those slow controlled demolitions is that because of the labour, they cost a lot more money, and expectations of clients always think,
well, it's only demolition, you're just going to bulldoze the house, how much can that really cost?
Well, when you need manpower and scaffold and everything in place and you've got to take your time, it's going to take a lot longer, and time is money. So we've had to respectfully decline on this occasion, and we will not be demolishing. The concrete cube testing equipment is back in the mix. So I offered 4K and they came back to me and they said
9.5K and it's yours.
I respectfully declined and I said, sorry, it doesn't work for us at that rate. But I thought it was dead in the water, but it wasn't. They came back.
No, don't be too hasty, Daniel. Make an offer.
So I said, look, I'll give you 5. And then they came back to me and they said,
give us 6 and it's yours.
I said, look, meet me in the middle at 5.5. Then we have a deal. And I'll get that cube testing equipment, and then I'll make an area and we can begin to start cube testing in-house. I've been pleasantly surprised. Now, I have never driven a Volvo car before. Now, this is an XC90. Now, it's very unassuming, as Swedish manufacturing is, but this is a really nice car to drive. And apparently, for families, like, this is one of the safest cars on the road. I really enjoyed driving this here. I didn't say I was getting one. I thought it was really cool, really spacious. I quite like that. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 144. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before. And click here for last week's episode, which was 143.